Hey guys, welcome back to Caden's Corner. The Broncos last season finished 7-10, last in the AFC West, and fired their head coach Vic Fangio. Everyone knew that their roster had good young pieces on O and D, but the one thing that they were lacking was consistent QB play, and Drew Lock wasn't getting it done. The rumor mill began in the offseason with names being thrown around like Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and Matt Ryan. They got their guy Russell Wilson to be their missing puzzle piece to winning a Super Bowl. The Broncos traded a package of picks and players, including 2 first and 2 second round picks to Seattle. Then they hired former Packers offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett to fill their head coaching vacancy. Their odds of making the playoffs skyrocketed across sportsbooks and the NFL. But after a lackluster 2-2 start, Russell Wilson and this offense hold the biggest blame. So what seems to be the problem with this revamped offense? Through 4 games, the Broncos are putting up 16 points a game, the 4th fewest in the league. The main reason is the abysmal performance when they enter the red zone. From the 20 and in, this offense scores touchdowns 14% of the time, by far the worst in the league. But there are many layers to this mediocre start offensively from Russ and the troops. Let's start with the man calling the plays, head coach Nathaniel Hackett. For the previous 3 seasons, he was the offensive coordinator of the Green Bay Packers. While calling plays in Green Bay, they averaged 27 points a game, ranking 5th in the NFL during that time period. The system that Hackett ran with Rodgers and Adams was a West Coast offense. Now, if you don't know what a West Coast offense is, it's a style that focuses on short to intermediate routes over the middle of the field. It consists of using the running back in the passing game to create mismatches. It gives defenses an even dose of running and throwing the ball. As this scheme of offense has progressed throughout football history, motioning receivers across the formation and timing dropbacks from QBs have become more common. Before the season, Hackett made a strong emphasis that this Broncos identity would be through their zone run into play action. Now, with a rookie head coach, there are going to be some growing pains and flaws, but for an offensive-minded head coach, things have not looked good. Russell Wilson hasn't looked like the superstar QB the Broncos thought when they were trading for him. So far, Russ is only completing 61% of his passes, which ranks 24th in the NFL. Also, through 4 games, he only has 4 touchdown passes, and he's currently on pace to have the worst statistical season of his career. But his surrounding cast hasn't exactly helped him out. His O-line has looked awful this season. Russ is the 6th most sacked quarterback in the league and has been knocked down the 7th most times. This offensive line hasn't looked good pass blocking and hasn't done much on inside runs, but the most consistent part of this offense by far has been their outside zone run game. The receivers have also struggled significantly this year. This unit as a whole has the 5th most drops in the league. This offseason, the Broncos' number 3 wide receiver Tim Patrick tore his ACL, causing him to miss this season. This loss has been massive for the Broncos' offense. Wide receivers not named Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy have a total of 4 receptions on the season. If you thought I forgot about the running backs, you would be wrong. Melvin Gordon leads all running backs in fumbles with 4 on the season. To make things worse, Javonte Williams, the guy making these outside runs so effective, tore his ACL last weekend and is out for the season. This offense as a unit has looked so sloppy, and it's been on display all season long. They rank 23rd in the league in 3rd down conversions. And to make matters worse, they are the most penalized team in football, leading the league in delay of games and ranked 2nd in false starts and offensive holdings. The good news is for the Broncos is that they hired a game management assistant to help Hackett. No, but the real good news is that Bradley Chubb and Pat Surtain have led this defense to be one of the best units in football. The most reliable thing for this Broncos offense was their outside run with Javonte Williams, and I think this will be toned down a lot with Melvin Gordon running it. So to counter this, I think that Hackett will be forced to let Russ cook. Put him in shotgun and let him show off while you paid him $250 million. The Broncos have the Colts tonight on Thursday Night Football, and I think they will struggle offensively as a unit. Their schedule does get a lot harder as they still play the Chiefs twice, the Chargers twice, and the Ravens. I think the loss of Javonte Williams will hurt this team significantly, but Russell Wilson's experience will help this team finish the winning record. I think the Broncos finish this season 10-7, contending for a wild card spot. I'm Caden Kubler, and that's my take.